Yesterday we were working on casting a spell, and so let's kind of rewind and take a look at what we have going on here. So I'm going to start it up, and we can see that we have our unit running around, and then I think the spell casting debugging came through, and we can see it coming through here as well. One thing we want to do is we don't want to have it send constantly like that. That's kind of a performance issue, but we can fix that. So, without further ado, we're going to save that there. And what we want to do is, once we set the spell into cast mode, we also want to we want to prevent the user from sending more commands. Basically, they're busy, right? And so what we want to do is here is we want to set the unit to its casting spell pose, and on the server side we actually want to like block them. Okay, so let's get to it. So first of all, we're going to grab our unit created action, or unit move action. This would be a good template for us. So here is here we're going to get the unit, right? And do we have unit tests for actions? I'm sure we do. Handler, maybe we don't. We don't have. We certainly don't. So I'm going to create that now. I'm going to go here and do hexlib munit hexlib run munit create, and it's going to be handler actions unit casting spell action test, and let's spell hexlib right in these computer days. And so here we can do mock. We've got all this stuff as usual. We don't really use that. I don't generally use static functions to build out my unit tests for a few reasons, but because I don't like to share state across things. It's just a dangerous thing to do. Everything needs to be sort of encapsulated. So we're going to have the unit interaction manager. Let's take a look at that. See if that's anything we want to do here. I think that's kind of a good plan. So sort of delegate it to the interaction manager. So like function start casting spell. This would be the game object. And I think we could just send it the world point. Alright, and then here spell casted. So there's a time when they're actually doing the casting of the spell, which is like the animation associated with it. Maybe there's some sort of spell casting cost time. And so this is when that starts to happen and when the spell actually casts off. We set the game object and the world point to where it's headed, and world point, and maybe the target object, if there is one. Okay, Seems reasonable. Run our test. It should have a breakage. Unit casting spell action test. Var, we'll call it casting spell action. Unit casting spell action. And we're going to need our unit interaction manager. And we'll need our game world. And that should be it. And we're trying to get our object creator. So I think that's going to do it. And then we have our unit interaction manager, mock interaction, mock unit interaction manager, unit interaction manager. We have it. Our game world equals mock game world, and we'll need our object creator, and we have our casting spell action, so casting spell action dot object creator equals object creator. We'll have our game world, and we'll have our interaction manager, and it. Okay. Test should notify interaction manager spell is being cast. Should be pretty easy to set up. So you can create the casting spell unit casting spell. That's input and output. Unit cast spell. Put that down. Equals new unit cast spell. Cast spell is spell ID equals 1. Maybe that's one thing we have our interaction manager is the spell. That's a couple things we don't have. And something else we don't have is the service to support it. Spell service. Extends base object and function get spell by ID. This will be ID string. Doesn't really matter. Let's do it anyways. And then per service we did int as well. So on complete it's going to be spell though. Okay. We're going to need that. So inject spell service. And we need to add that to our test. service, and spell service equals mock spell service. And we're going to get our spell, immutable spell, and this is going to be spell ID equals 1 equals new readable spell ID equals 1 spell service gets spell by ID 1, and actually we can do 1 cast is not null, calls function with arguments, and we'll do ignore cover F, get spell ID int. Let's return the callback, which is spell void, and we'll need to put this here. And our callback spell void equals function spell vo. How do I want to do this? Need a handle on the callback. So this calls this no matter what, or it mocks it. But we need the callback function. I think it'll be okay. I'm confident. Okay, so we're going to do args, the second one. I'm going to call that with the spell, Okay. It'll feel synchronous, but it won't be. Alright. Now we need to unit cast spell, get the spell ID, and change this to ID, get spell. This is just going to be a void now. Okay, get spell 1, and then we're going to do casting spell action, execute with the IO handler, which is unit cast spell. Okay. And we need to do the unit interaction manager, start casting spell with the spell. And arguments, game object, have. So we're going to need ID game object, and we're going to, this one definitely looks better as a mock game object. Game object equals mock game object, and in the game world, get game object by ID is, say, 12, and this will returns the object. Okay, so now we need to add this, cast spell, unit ID equals 12. Alright, and then cast spell position X, numbers, and C, other numbers. And now we get spell, game object, and a non-null word point. Verify. So let's see how that does it. Okay. Cannot mock unknown type this object creator. Alright. That'll fix a few of them. And we need a spell. So here, spell, mutable spell. Single hero interaction test. Single hero interaction test. Am I mocking the spell here? This says unit cast spell, mock, yeah, that is. And 96, same deal. And now, battle unit interaction manager needs some things. Okay, put that in place. Yeah, we failed. Amazing. We love it when it fails first. Okay, and now you just need to execute on this. Okay, so I'm going to do our game object equals, you know what we'll do first thing is going to do the spell service, spell by ID, unit move spell ID, spell. Okay, so we get the spell ID, and then we need a callback. This function spell row. And what we'll do is we'll say handle, actually, we want to do async. There we go. And we're going to do at async and do private function get spell, or actually we'll do cast spell. And we're going to give it our unit cast spell. Cast spell. That. And we'll put this away for now. I'm going to say cast spell unit cast spell, and then this function that is basically unneeded. So we're going to say spell cast complete, and now it's just empty. Spell cast complete. Just so it seems nice. And we'll put this down here. Okay, so now we can do var spell vo equals spell service get spell by ID unit cast spell ID, and we're going to need to await. There we go. Now we go to our interaction manager. Oh, we need our game object. Game object equals game world get object by ID unit cast spell unit ID the string, I believe. Yep. And we also have the object, we call it var world point equals game world object creator create instance world point, and we need to set this up with where are we at here? Custom spell test. Okay, so we don't have this yet. We have object creator, create instance, world point returns new world point 2D. Okay. And now, so it's that. So world point x equals unit cast spell x z, and we just need to talk to the unit interaction manager, start casting spell the game object, and the world point. And 42, game object by divisible entity, so I'll just cast that. And if game object it's a null. Try null anyways. And line 36. Unit cast a spell. Unit casting a spell, which is unit casting spell. That broke way more than that. And change that. Okay. And it's saying has no field target X. Target position X. And I believe our test is wrong at this point. Unit casting spell. And this will be position X, position Z. And I'm going to verify that in the back end. We're doing unit casting spell, get command ID. That looks legitimate. And it looks like it succeeded. So that's a great thing. And now we're going to go to the unit interaction manager. I need to go here. Close headers. Follow unit interaction manager test. And we're going to do test should set pose on object to special on casting spell, and okay. Okay, sorry, just thinking about how I want to do this. So, interaction manager, start casting spell. I'm going to have our spell, new spell bow, spell bow, spell, and that's really all we need for now. So I'm going to game object. Maybe mark that out. Yeah, game object set pose, set pose as poses special and verify. And start casting spell, main object, new world point. 2D. That's fine. Alright, so there's that. And now we're going to say start casting spell, game object, pose, poses, special. So that works. And now, one thing I'm trying to decide on is the game object. Visible, look at, pose. I think I don't know if I want to add a busy signal on this. Pretty well. Okay, so var busy get set tool, and then okay, and we're going to do match. Well, so we'll do implement busy match base var get set, and then really basic stuff here. We'll put it up here next to category. Easy. And I think what I want to do here is extends this object. And then we can just remove all this junk. Junk now. Junk. And we just need to enter constructor and there we go. I can pass it still. Oops. And now what I want to do is I want to say game object set busy true. Verify. Okay, and then we're going to go here, game object busy equals true. And now let's say switch it to pose to idle after casting spell. So now we're going to start casting spell and spell casted. The game object will point, and we're just going to set this to null for now. And pose is going to be idle, and busy is going to be false. And project pose equals pose idle and object busy equals false. Okay. So this is very abstract as far as what it's to do on it, which is great. And that should pass. Now the Battle keyboard tool, this looks fine. And hero interaction, hero, single hero interaction. We're going to want to event the test should not send past spell if unit is busy. So now we do this. It doesn't change, but our hero, which is a mock game object, right? Hero busy returns true. And now we do this thing should not happen. And fail, cool. And here we say if hero busy return. That's another way to return. So that should pass. Additionally, it should also not be the move. So what's our move? It's basically this. And should not pass interesting handler if busy. We say don't need this anymore. Do hero busy returns true, and it should not happen. That is. And we're passing. Awesome. Okay, so yay test coverage. Now I'm going to just kind of build here. And then what's going to happen is when we initiate the casting of the spell, we also need to tell the unit to stop moving. So what we can do is we can take the output here. No. We want the nearest pin server battle interaction, and unit introduction as UI, or not. And we're going to do UI move unit player unit 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 we need to look at the battle interaction unit move interaction. So that's position X, position Z, and we need unit interactions. Like this. Interactions is. So create unit, move unit, move interaction. That doesn't help us. So we're going to go here, vi lib game server models battle unit, and it is position x. Position x, position z. So that'll cause him to stop moving. Oops. Make sure that when we do the casting, initiate casting of the spell, do we have the unit? Hit lib game server handler handler. And this is 105.4 unit. We got cast spell. Okay, so we get the unit. So I think that's getting what we need. Okay, so we should stop and whatnot. Now we need to add to the unit lib game server model unit. Unit stats, the target, and all this business, and we'll need to know if they're busy, false. So this is going to get more and more complicated. Space these out a little bit. There we go. So now we'll do def cast set busy. Busy. State is going to be the unit. Do and it's effectively unit busy go. Now here we can go to our edit game server battle interaction and interactions. Create unit, that's fine, that's fine. Move unit. If unit busy. Oops. If it's not busy. And we'll need that for the casting of the spells. If unit busy, do and let's do not. Okay. Battle unit line 19. 19. I wonder. If it lets me even do that. Interaction median force undefined. Interactions. So it is unit interactions. Interactions. Here we go. And now, let's make sure that it's very good. Okay. So now let's do it. Let's see what's going on here. So we're connected, we're running, and then crashing. Open. So there, what was the seg fault? Okay. Running port. What's going on here? So unit casting spell. This is input. Unit casting spell. Now, I wonder why it does this. Okay, actually can't get back to the error message. It's lost in space. Example. Alright, so unit casting spell action. I'm wondering if that cast is failing. I bet that's what it is. Unit casting spell comes back as 105. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Unit casting spell. The server handler unit. Also output unit casting spell. Okay, it's probably open 5. So it's unit ID, spell ID, unit casting spell, unit ID, spell ID, position X, position Z. And let's go to unit casting spell, which is that matches. Unit casting spell. Casting spell action. Trace unit casting spell. I'm just going to comment this out. Run. And what we need to do, we should probably do trace handler command ID. And that'll give us a little bit of insight on what's going on. We can import that. Bin server handler and handler. Give me back. So let's see if I'm going to go here.
moving works. Catching spells fast. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. Definitely not that. It is definitely here. New class connected. Okay, lock spell service. Or take static. Alright. Implements spell service. Okay, spell by ID, spell bow, void, and we're going to do on complete new mutable spell bow. Spell mutable spell bow equals that. Spell ID equals 1 for ID spell. Now we just need to go to our injection settings. There's our player service here. So I'm going to say injector map value spell service object factory create instance static spell service. Okay. That'll build. And ideally we'll have this working. Alright, here's our unit running. Ooh. I'm back to idle everywhere. Why did you go back to idle everywhere? I wonder. Hi. I wonder if we do timer sleep for a moment. Quit. We need to start that. Okay, so for some reason we're getting here's our single field interaction setup. Unit interaction manager. And see if there's any treatments here. Trace setting to idle. And I'm going to say setting to special, and then up here setting to idle. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I think I found it. Because we're going to do battle unit set busy unit PID true. Or at least do something. So I'm running. Line 51. So it was a horrible thing I thought it was going to be. If unit busy if they're not busy. See if that does the trick. Almost done. Let's take that out. No, let me keep that. I think if we have it on the next tick, it won't. There we go. Now it doesn't move. Perfect. Now, we have the unit ID. So now we can do def spell casted player unit spell ID end, and we're going to do let's get this back to that now, and now we're going to do battle unit set busy unit PID false, and now we do command Q to player PID unit casted spell get command ID and remove this stuff. Yank put undo put unit casted spell unit ID spell ID etc. And so what we're going to need to do is we're going to edit lib game server handler output unit casted spell. There we go. I'm going to read in lib game server handler output unit casted spell. Unit casted spell. I think. Darn it, we didn't actually create it yet. I was really hoping to free him up in his stuck position, but he's stuck. So, we're just gonna close it up right now. I think that's close, pretty darn close to how we want it. So we have unit ID, spell ID, position, target, unit ID if there is one. Oops. And that'll do it. Spot ID. One last thing. Target unit ID. Input unit casted spell. I'm just gonna take this. It's also the same. And the only thing we add is the target unit ID. And add another one of these. Target unit ID. Alright, just keeping that contract lined up. Alright, that's it for today. I'm going to do some playing around this weekend, get this all closed up, and I'll have something really cool to show Monday. Alright, happy coding. See you then.